Okay. And Soulja Boy likes to claim that he was first at everything, but you actually became the first rapper to blow up off the internet.
Yeah, dude. Do you know they had to make up the word viral to explain what my song had done?
That's how I found your song. I found your song on Napster. I remember I was living in the Bay and I downloaded because I got high and I'm like, oh, this is really good. And then, with Napster, you could just put in the person's name and you can get his whole catalog for free. I was stealing your music during that time.
Right.
And I remember playing it for all my friends and I'm like, yo, this guy is like really talented. Like it's comedy rap, right? And comedy rap hasn't always had the best sort of success in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like historically.
Who's a funny rapper besides the Fat Boys?
That's what I'm saying. There hasn't been a lot of, I remember, because it was funny because when I heard, Lemon Pound Cake, when you guys redid, when you redid Under the Boardwalk, I remember there was a group back in the day called No Face. Ed Lover was in that group.
Okay.
And they redid it's a song called Under the Subway.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where it was kind of a similar type of thing. Where and it was like, there was Bobby, Jimmy, and the Critters back in the day. Remember? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and the Fat Boys, of course.
Roaches.
Right. Exactly. But like, this was like a combination of comedy and also like talent and actually like catchy songs. And it wasn't just it wasn't just because I got high. It was Two Zigzags. It was Palmdale. It was like, driving around with the forklifts and all the different stuff that we're all like, like we're all going through the same type of shit during the time. So that song blows up off the internet. Was Napster really the place that got you kind of popular or no?
Yes, that was like the first YouTube. That was like the first like little file sharing.
Exactly.
I think then LimeWire came after that.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that. But yeah, I didn't know nothing about that. But when I gave it to somebody, they'd go home and upload it.
Yeah.
And it'd just be all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Napster ultimately got shut down by the music industry. They tried to make a comeback at some point, but it didn't work. But yeah, it launched a number of artists.
YouTube is basically the same thing.
Basically the same thing, right?
Yeah,
with a little more copyright.
Yeah.
But even with that, it's kind of fuzzy. So with Napster blowing up your song and the song starting to get played on the radio, Universal came in and offered you a deal.
Yes.
I always thought that the Jay and Silent Bob thing happened first, but it wasn't. It was Universal.
Yeah.
Came in first and offered you. Was it a big deal back then or?
Yeah. Hell yeah. It was more than what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, you signed to Universal and then, Jay and Silent Bob pick up the song for the movie and then you actually make your first music video with Jay and Silent Bob.
Two superstars, yeah.
Two movie stars.
Come in, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you get nominated for a Grammy and you're essentially on the ride of your life at this point.
Yes.
You're going to other countries. The song is number one in like 11 countries?
Oh, man. Man, it was one of them. It was the Macarena. It was a worldwide hit.
It wasn't the Macarena. You're right.
Yeah, like whatever. It was We Are the World. Whatever the world liked at one time, So.
How did it feel to be on that run? Because it came fairly quickly and it was really somewhat out of your control as well, right? It was like you weren't uploading the shit and trying to go viral. Like it just happened.
Yeah.
Because lightning in a bottle, essentially.
Yeah.
And now you're touring around the world and you were in the UK and there's like billboards and everything. What do you think was the highlight of that time?
Man, that's a broad question, man. Highlight. The disbelief of being overseas, and then one time I was really scared of Germany. Like, I don't want to rap. I'm just a homeboy. I'm an American homeboy. I would have been happy just being a good coast rapper. West Coast.
West Coast, yeah.
Everybody on the West Coast know me, Or, if I could be a nationwide rapper, you can't tell me nothing. A Too Short, a guy that can rap all over the country, So you know, once we went overseas, that was scaring me. Like I didn't really know what they know there was tanks in front of my hotel and stuff. And so I wasn't really trying to rap that bad, you know what I'm saying? So we went to Germany one time and I had watched the History Channel while I smoked a blunt. And I was paranoid as hell, like, oh my God, what the hell we going to Germany for? You know, like I ain't knowing that done changed over the years or what. I'm just like,
There's no
Germany.
Nazis there anymore.
I'm like, what the fuck? So this dude is in line. He's fussing at people because their paperwork ain't right. And to me, I don't know, maybe it's just me. German sounds kind of hostile. You know what I'm saying? And he was, and I was getting scared. You know, he was tripping on like an old white lady. You know, like, and he had like this brand new machine gun, man. Like this thing had Facebook and Twitter on it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling this dude. This thing had a microwave and a battery charger. You know what I'm saying? And he's walking through the line. Then he looks at me and he smiles. He goes, "Skibbity bee bop." Hey, he's you know, it was a trip. Like it didn't even feel real. Felt like I was high and dreaming, and I was gonna wake up like to something more realistic. You know what I'm saying?